अस्सलाम वालेकुम नाज़रीन, कैपिटल टीवी वाशिंगटन इस वक्त पाकिस्तान एम्बेसी के अंदर वाशिंगटन डीसी में मौजूद हूँ और 23 मार्च के हवाले से एक बड़ा ज़बरदस्त इवेंट हुआ यहाँ पर। पेंटागन के बहुत सारे लोग यहाँ पर आए हुए थे, दूसरे ममालिक से जो फ़ौज से ताल्लुक़ रखते थे वो यहाँ पर आए हुए थे। पाकिस्तानी कम्युनिटी की एक बहुत बड़ी तादाद थी। बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त फंक्शन हुआ। एम्बेसडर साहब ने अपनी स्पीच में जो है वो अमेरिका का शुक्रिया अदा किया कि अमेरिका जो है वो पाकिस्तान की हमेशा से मदद करता है और करता रहेगा। तो चले आएँ हम आपको कुछ इवेंट की झलकियाँ दिखाते हैं। आसिम सिद्दीकी, कैपिटल टीवी, वाशिंगटन।
Representing the State Department. Today, I also see other friends from the State Department, Jeff Hyatt, I also see Elizabeth Host, and very, very strong representation from Pentagon. You can see all the uniforms, and their friends have also showed up in strength. American friends who joined us here today from all sectors, also colleagues, distinguished colleagues, ambassadors and diplomats from the diplomatic corps, distinguished community leaders who have come, and some of them have traveled from long distances to be with us today. And ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, good evening, happy Pakistan National Day, and happy Ramadan to everybody. A very long speech had been drafted for me, and I have set this aside in the interest of time. Brevity is the soul of wit. I hope I'll be able to manage it. Let me briefly talk about the importance of the 23rd of March. This is our foundation. This is the keystone of our ideology. Back in 1940, our founding father, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, laid the foundation of the state against very heavy odds. He succeeded, and the Muslims of South Asia succeeded in crafting and creating a new state on the map of the world. That was a miracle, nothing short of a miracle. We've had a long and arduous struggle since then. We've had wars, we had internal challenges, we also had natural disasters and catastrophes. We have survived. We are a resilient nation, and it is our resolve that in coming decades and years to come, we would continue to succeed and we would continue to shape the destiny of the people of Pakistan. Our journey is for peace, security, and prosperity. On this occasion, especially I want to send a message to the people of Jammu and Kashmir, and I hope that one day they would also be able to realize their right to self-determination. Our hearts go out to them. Let me talk about United States-Pakistan relations. Back in 1947, when Pakistan gained independence, we were diplomatically isolated, but there was one state, among other states, but one of the first states to step forward and recognize Pakistan and establish diplomatic relations with the people of Pakistan, with the state of Pakistan. We are beholden to you because you welcomed us and inducted us in the Committee of Nations. Louder applause. This relationship over the decades has been resilient. It has been based on the principles of reciprocity, and we have fought wars together, we have made peace together, we have collaborated in economic and cultural spheres. This is a lasting legacy for the people of Pakistan and the United States. We cherish it, and we would continue to nurture it. As I speak today, our quest for peace in the region, to counter terrorism, and to promote regional stabilization continues. We want to say very loudly and clearly that in our region, we attach highest importance to the recognition and promotion of the education of girls and women in any part of that region and in any part of the globe. United States, thank you so much for helping us. During COVID-19, this was a very difficult period for the United States and Pakistan, but the United States went out of the way to help Pakistan, people of Pakistan, making us the largest recipient of vaccines and very generous assistance during that period. Thank you, United States. I would also like to recognize and thank Daphne Rand, who personally participated in the Geneva conference when we faced these devastating floods last year, and we were dealing with the consequences of an epic biblical flood. You came forward, and I also want to thank the United States that they not only contributed to the humanitarian assistance needed in Pakistan, they also spoke to their friends, Germany, Japan, France, others. I know that they talk to the international financial institutions. Thank you, United States. Right now, as I speak to you, the relationship, I would say, is robust. There are no dramatic changes, but we are making incremental progress. And as I speak, these 2 months have been the busiest. Mr. Jeff Barrett was there in Pakistan recently, and he has come back satisfied with the dialogue he had on energy. His colleague, Ms. Medina, was there for climate change talks. In addition, the foreign minister has had frequent contacts and conversation with Secretary Blinken. We're focusing on health, trade, investment, defense, agriculture, education, IT dialogues. The road ahead for Pakistan-United States relations is bright. We'll have to work hard to make it more significant, more substantive, more beneficial for our two peoples. Pakistan has very, very promising demographic cohorts and rich economic potential. It can become the hub, a regional hub for trade, investment, for economic progress of the entire region. We invite all the investors from the United States to come forward and invest in Pakistan. I want to pay a tribute to the community leaders. I want to thank once again the United States for incorporating Pakistanis or Pakistani-Americans, Americans of Pakistani descent, for integrating into the national mainstream here. Some of them, more than 14 of them, are representing the people of United States in their respective constituencies in different assemblies. I think that Mr. Lalani from Houston, Texas, has traveled all the way and initiated a resolution in Pakistan, which was passed by the assembly there. In addition, we have others. Farooq Mughal has taken an initiative. Ali Rashid took an initiative, and yesterday the House of Representatives here passed to our community. I would like to say that your success is our success. Your success is the success of Pakistan and the United States. You contribute to the strengthening of relations between our two great nations. Finally, I would say I want to thank my own team.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Ambassador Khan. It is so wonderful to be here with so many friends of Pakistan and to celebrate the National Day. I come on behalf of our Secretary Blinken, who is not able to come because he's on a plane with the President on the way to Canada, I believe. But today we're here to celebrate the long history of our relations and our friendship. Last fall, in fact, we celebrated 75 years of the anniversary of our diplomatic relationship. And looking back, you see the strength of this relationship right here in the room. And I want to talk about the recent collaboration we've had in this very tough year together. Shortly after the floods last summer, the United States provided approximately $100 million in assistance for immediate flood relief.
Yeah. Can we have attention, please? Thank you.
Right. So let me tell you a bit about the collaboration we had last summer and last fall. We worked on disaster resilience, we worked on food security, and we worked on financing for the flood logistics. Across the U.S. government, we worked together, USAID, DOD, State Department, and others, and we established an air bridge in September 2022 to provide the life-saving relief that we needed to those worst affected communities. And we also pledged $100 million in flood relief in Geneva, as the ambassador had mentioned in this critical conference that we just had in January. We want to strengthen with you the climate-smart agriculture and to assist all Pakistanis in making critical investments in areas such as economic growth and restoration of damaged infrastructure. Both of our governments resolved to continue deepening our alliance and to work together on what we're calling the Green Alliance. Green. So we will continue to work together. We will explore how we can most effectively bring the private sector in from the US, from Pakistan, to bring in public diplomacy, technical cooperation, public-private partnerships, export-import banks, trade policy. We will mobilize the whole US government to support the alliance in this effort. And I'm so happy at some of the results that are already coming in Sindh, at the Lahore University, and we are working on fertilizer with the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and then we're also announcing a new 5-year USAID Climate Smart Agriculture. Anyway, I want you all to get back to the party, because that's what we're here to celebrate. But
Watching Capital TV Washington, the best South Asian TV channel in North America.